Welcome, dear soul. Before we begin, take a slow breath, and let it soften your entire being. Today, I invite you into a gentle space, a space where ancient wisdom meets the quiet truth inside your heart. In this journey, we will explore one of the most liberating teachings of Buddha. The transformative art of letting go. Not letting go as a forceful act, not as loss or resignation, but as an opening. A release. A return to inner peace. So allow your mind to settle, allow your breath to guide you, and allow these words to meet you wherever you are in your life right now. Let us begin. Why we hold on. Human beings hold on to many things: memories, fears, expectations, relationships, identities, promises, and wounds. And often, we hold on even when it hurts. Buddha called this upadana, attachment. He observed that we cling because we think something outside of us will complete us, we fear change and the unknown, we believe control will protect us, and deep within, we confuse possession with love. But attachment is like clenching your fist around a handful of sand. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away, and the more pain you feel. Letting go, then, is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is choosing relief over resistance. Impermanence, the heart of the teaching. One of Buddha's first insights was anicca, impermanence. Everything changes. Everything flows. The seasons turn. Bodies age. Emotions rise and fade. People enter our lives and, sometimes, they leave. Even our thoughts pass like clouds across the sky. When we expect permanence in an impermanent world, suffering is inevitable. Letting go begins when we accept impermanence not with sadness, but with understanding. Because the very nature of life is movement, transformation, and renewal. Nothing stays. And that includes our pain. The illusion of control. Buddha often spoke about the illusion of control. We try to control outcomes, people, time, and even emotions. We build mental fortresses to keep life predictable. But life cannot be forced into our shape. He compared control to trying to straighten a dog's tail. The moment you release it, it curls back again. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means recognizing what belongs to us, and what never did. We can control our actions, our intentions, our responses. But we cannot control how others behave, what life brings, or where change will lead us. Letting go of control is opening the door to flow, trust, and peace. Releasing the past. Each of us carries a story behind the eyes. Moments of beauty and moments of pain. Buddha taught, no matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. Letting go of the past is not forgetting. It is understanding that yesterday has already given you everything it could. We let go when we realize the past cannot be rewritten, the pain has already taught its lesson, carrying old suffering only deepens the wound. And forgiveness, of others and of ourselves, is liberation. When we release what once was, space opens for what can be. Letting go of expectations. Expectations shape everything we touch. We expect ourselves to be perfect, others to act a certain way, and life to follow our plans. But expectations are attachments disguised as hopes. Buddha taught that expectations create unnecessary suffering because they place rigid demands on a world that is always changing. Letting go of expectations is not lowering standards. It is releasing the need for life to happen exactly as we imagined. It is saying, I give my best, and I trust the rest. When expectations fall away, peace enters. Letting go of fear. Fear is one of the heaviest burdens we carry. Fear of loss, fear of change, fear of not being loved, fear of being misunderstood. Buddha explained that fear grows when we misunderstand reality, when we let imagination create shadows larger than the truth. He taught that presence dissolves fear. Breathe, observe the mind, see thoughts arise and fade, witness the fear without feeding it. When we shine awareness on fear, it loses its power. Letting go of fear is not becoming fearless. It is understanding that fear does not control your steps anymore. The practices of letting go. Buddha never asked his followers to simply believe his words. He asked them to practice. Here are the core practices he offered. 1. Mindfulness, sati. Watching thoughts and emotions without grasping. 2. Conscious breathing, anapanasati. Returning to the present moment through the breath. 3. Compassion, karuna. Softness toward yourself makes releasing possible. 4. Non-attachment, virajaya. Using things without making them part of your identity. 5. Awareness of impermanence. Remembering that everything, pain, joy, fear, love, rises and falls. 6. Allowing instead of forcing. Letting life unfold in its own time. Through these practices, letting go becomes natural, not an effort, but a gentle exhale. Letting go in relationships. One of the most misunderstood ideas in Buddhism is the difference between love and attachment. Love is spacious. It honors freedom. It listens and allows. Attachment grasps, demands, and fears loss. Letting go in relationships means releasing the desire to control, allowing others to grow, understanding that people change, loving without possession, accepting that nothing and no one truly belongs to us. Letting go is not abandoning. It is loving with an open hand. Letting go of the self. The deepest level of letting go is releasing the rigid idea of the self. The I we defend so fiercely. This personality, this identity, these labels, is always changing. When we loosen our identity, the ego softens. We become free, flexible, open. Letting go of the self is not erasing who you are. It is realizing that who you are is infinite, spacious, and constantly evolving. It is awakening. A new way of living. When letting go becomes part of our daily life, everything shifts. We stop fighting with reality, we stop replaying old wounds, we stop fearing change, we stop clinging to what hurts, we move with life instead of resisting it. Letting go becomes a way of breathing, walking, loving, and existing. It becomes freedom. Thank you for sharing this moment of reflection, peace, and inner clarity. Before you leave, breathe gently. And feel the weight inside you becoming lighter. Remember, letting go is not something you do once. It is a path you walk, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment. Whenever life feels heavy, return to this wisdom. Return to yourself. Return to the quiet truth within. May you walk gently, love freely, and live with an open heart. Until we meet again. May your soul be light. May your mind be calm. May your life be free.